Hey guys, we're back. So, I played around with some of the OBS settings. For whatever reason, Medieval 2 on my OBS didn't want to pick it up when it was on. If any of you have ever used OBS, you have different capture settings. You have game capture, desktop capture, window capture, and it turns out window capture was the only way I could make it work. So I'm playing in borderless windowed mode, and I had to select Medieval 2, and then now you guys can actually see the game. So, yeah, hopefully this will actually work for us. So, alright, let's jump into it. So, single player, grand campaign. Let's just play as England, and yeah, we'll go in on hard. I'm not amazing at this game, and I haven't played it in a while, so no battle time limit, manage all cities. And yeah, let's show CPU moves so we can see what the enemies are doing. All right, let's get into it.
With the Norman conquest and a crowned king came the dawning of a new era for England. Nobles ordered the construction of mighty castles to fortify the realm. To rule this land
So for
is a
anybody
birthright,
that watched
but to
last
control
night's stream,
it requires the courage and
sorry for the
skill
lack of audio
few
quality.
possess.
I didn't realize, or for the lack of game audio quality. Yeah, I'm still getting used
It is
to
a
this,
kingdom
so
beset by
hopefully
enemies.
now you guys will
The
actually hear the
Scots
game.
press at its borders, the Vikings to the north, and the French separated by a
should be able
mere
to.
channel of
I
water.
adjusted the settings to
All of the
play
country
through my
exists
headset,
in a state
so
of war, as
hopefully
even the
that'll at
common
least fix it.
called upon for duty.
I figure the first few streams of mine on YouTube might just be kind of like a test. So for anybody watching in the chat, if you guys can hear it, let me know. If you guys can't hear it, also let me know. Yeah, the more it's like anything.
In these
the
times
better
of
you're
total
gonna
war,
have.
it rests on the shoulders of
Yeah,
those who
the
lead
more
to
feedback I
ensure
can
the
get,
kingdom
positive
does
or
not
negative.
fall into ruin.
No feedback is bad feedback. So, yeah, if you guys can give me anything, let me know. So, alright, let's get into this. So, obviously we need to stabilize the British Isles before we start doing much else. Hopefully Khan will be somewhat secure. So, let's focus more on getting the British Isles secured. So we go up and eliminate Scotland, and then come over and take Ireland, which won't be hard at all, or shouldn't be hard. So,
Orders.
let's go ahead and do this. So, York shouldn't be too hard to take.
To battle it is then, sire. Prepare to assault the walls.
Let's see what
we
they
lay
have.
siege. The siege
2
goes
units
as
of
planned, sire.
peasants, a spear militia, 2 archers. Let's see if we can get...
Sire.
I was hoping he'd be able to move a little bit further, but
Your will, sire.
we should be able to do it with just 2 archers. So here we want to get land clearance built up, start getting our population growing. Here castles aren't necessarily going to make us a whole lot of money, and I don't believe recruitment draws from the population like it does in Rome. So let's start building up. For the stables, we can get hobelars or hobelars, or however you pronounce it. Garrison, we can get levy spearmen. Bowyers, we can get peasant archers. England's good for archers. Ballista maker would be easier. Would make assaulting settlements easier, but we might be able to draw out the garrison, so we shouldn't have to assault settlements too much. So I wonder if let's get a bowyer so we can start making archers. As far as spearmen go, I can hopefully get mercenaries if we have to. So I've played Warhammer 2 for so long that for a second I forgot mercenaries were a thing. But yeah, okay. And then up here, and I have to get used to the controls of Medieval 2 again, because again, I've been playing Warhammer 2 for so long. So let's get King William the Conqueror and get him, well, conquering.
Orders, sire.
Town militia aren't really going to do too much for us, so let's just keep them in the garrison.
I've
And
tried
let's
whipping
get
them,
him
sire, but the men are spent.
moving out to, I think, Carnarvon, I don't know how to pronounce it. I think it's right about here.
Where to, sire?
Oh, we can check with our spy.
With discretion, sire.
Yeah, I think it's right here. Okay. So, next turn we'll keep moving towards
My king.
that castle. Carnarvon? Yeah. Okay. If I butcher the pronunciation, and if you know how to pronounce it, by all means, let me know.
My lord.
But let's go ahead and
War,
take
then,
York.
sire.
So, don't really want to auto-resolve it. The medieval auto-resolve and the Rome one, even with this kind of balance of power, you can take way more damage than if you just fought it
I shall
manually.
lead our forces into battle, my lord.
So, it's definitely worth it to fight the battles manually. It'll only take a few minutes, and we just want to keep in good shape because we don't automatically replenish. We have to actually retrain our forces in this game. So, let's get
Units,
dry weather's gonna be better for our missile units. So let's set up I'm just trying to think about where the best place to set up would be because I want to have a good field of fire for my missile units, since they're going to be pretty much winning us this battle. And let's get everybody off of skirmish mode and get everybody organized. So, and get you over here. So, yep, let's do this. So, the archers need to be taken out first. The crossbowmen should be able to outrange them. It's weird having a total war game where your units don't automatically run. Again, I'm just so used to Warhammer 2 that now going back to Medieval 2, it's like, oh, I have to get used to the old settings. But it shouldn't take too much. It shouldn't take too long to get used to them. So let's get our crossbowmen into position, and I want to be taking down their archers as much as I can. And then once they're gone, then we can pick off their melee units as, as we want to. Okay, so crossbowmen are going to start firing. And we need to hit the peasant archers. And we should rip them to shreds. Yeah, we're tearing through them. They don't have... I don't think they have any armor. But we'll kill them before they kill us. So, that's the important thing. We will take a little bit of damage though. They're spear militia up to counter us. Or, no, they're not. They're coming up, but they're getting shredded on the approach. So let's go ahead and move the crossbowmen back. Let's move our archers up so that they can help support. You guys pull back. And we can start hitting their spearmen. You guys to come up. Archer militia. The only thing I'm really worried about is their missile units. Everything else, their melee units, we can just shoot them down. It's just we can't shoot them down while they also have missile units. So let's move our archers up because they're lower range, and when we can get them into range, then we'll start. We have archer superiority, so, well, range superiority. So, let's use that. We were always going to win this battle, but it doesn't make sense to just throw our spearmen into it and get them obliterated just to get yours. Not important enough to sacrifice an entire army for it. I'd rather waste a lot of ammo than waste a lot of men. They're bringing their troops up, so let's pull back. Get their peasants. One of our archers stopped shooting, so let's see if we can get him. Well, I really want to focus on the archer militia, because, again, the archers are the most dangerous part of their army. So I'd really rather get rid of them before anything else. The melee units I'm not worried about. at all. So let's focus on getting rid of them. They just keep bringing their melee units up every so often to basically annoy us. But we're shredding them. So you guys can hit the peasants. And maybe even hit the general too. Okay, let's get you guys out of here. You guys are fine to keep firing. And let's bring our crossbows out of here. Get you guys back because they're actually pushing forward. And let's bring our general out. He can deal with peasants. Surely. Okay. Start hitting their archers and crossbowmen pulled back enough to start shooting. So bring you guys up. And they're just gonna stand there and let us shoot. Because I don't really want to catch crossfire and go off fire a little. That was a really crappy cavalry charge, but he is just going up against peasants. Stop
The enemy general
firing.
flees like the coward he is. Press onward and break the spirit of his
I'll
army.
shoot my own general in the back just to make the unit peasants.
General's bodyguard!
Okay. So he's done what he needs to do. And yeah, we're just about done with it. Well, we're about halfway done with it. So let's bring you guys up to about here. And let's put all these guys on guard mode so they don't keep moving all over the place. And let's hit where their archers at. Yeah, let's try to finish off those archers that we've been trying to kill. The sooner we get rid of their archers, then the rest of this will they'll fall apart pretty quickly.
The enemy are badly bloodied.
They're
They have
just
lost
about
half their
done.
men.
I mean, we've taken some damage on our peasant archers and our mercenary crossbowmen, but they've lost way more than we have. So, this shouldn't take too much longer. We're just waiting for it to kind of play out. And for whatever reason, this guy isn't firing. He needs to. Bring up peasants, but they're also getting shredded by the mercenary crossbows. So let's bring you guys back. And you guys can shoot at the peasants. You guys get back here. You guys over here. And the general, get over here. Archers, shoot them in the back. Crossbow, shoot them in the back. Or, well, now they're coming back at us. But we should... I want to draw them out far enough to where they start coming at us and then our general hits them on the side. Which looks like they're getting ready to open themselves up to a charge. Where did that go? So, or if you guys don't want to charge, that's fine. as many of them as you can, and then before we get into the town square, we'll stop.
Our men are winning the battle. If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Get back. We're already starting to get him some experience, which is good. But I also don't want to get him killed in his first battle. So that would be kind of embarrassing. But like I said, we don't have much left. So the rest of this, if we can finish off their archers, the rest of this shouldn't take too much longer. And let's go speed it up. Peasant archers. They're going to start bringing up melee units to protect them, but they don't really have much left in the way of melee, so yeah, we've got them. Again, I just don't want our army getting obliterated to get a win.
We're under attack!
So after we finish securing the British Isles, after we eliminate Scotland and the rebel settlement in Ireland, we'll probably start pushing down. We'll probably start pushing down into France and start expanding that way. And hopefully France isn't in great standing with the Pope so that we don't have to deal with him wanting to excommunicate us, but if we have to deal with that, then we'll figure something out for it. But, you know, if we do get excommunicated, it's not the end of the world, it just makes things a little bit more difficult to deal with. But so, and if the Pope doesn't like me attacking France, then hey, we might go down to Italy and kill off the Pope. So let's get rid of these spearmen before they become too much of a threat. I mean, there's not very many of them left. And they're starting to waver, so we might get them to rout before they get into melee with us. And yeah, just before they got into combat with us. And now let's shoot them in the back and mow them down. So we might be able to do this whole battle with just our archers. So, because I mean, we've still got plenty of ammo left, and there's not very many of them left. There's only 5% of them left. Get rid of these last two peasant archers because they're more annoying than, I mean, they're not really dangerous, they're just more annoying than anything. Problem is there's only 2 of them left, so it's going to be, you know, the less men in a unit, the more difficult it is to hit them, but we're firing 300 arrows per volley, so something should hit them. And now there's only 1 left. And he's dead. So I don't think they have any archers left at all. So let's hit the peasants. And we'll speed this up. I'm sure you guys don't want to watch this, you know, take forever to kill kill off, what, 20 men? So, let's finish everybody off, and then we'll sack the city and make a little bit of money. We'll damage the population a little bit, but we can build farms and start growing it pretty quickly. So, I want to build up the farms and cities and focus on population growth so we can get more tax income. They shoot. So, you guys should be able to shoot. Oh wait, they're out of ammo. Okay. So, you guys stand here. You guys are... Oh,
My lord!
no.
Our men are in command of the city!
One thing I definitely like in Warhammer 2 more than I did in Medieval 2 and Rome 1 was the pathfinding. Pathfinding was definitely better in Warhammer 2, but it was more fun in Medieval 2 and Rome 1 to build a city up to 40,000 people and be able to say, I did that. Not, not anybody else. Just, me. It took 50 turns, but we did it.
Good tidings. The enemy general lies dead. We've sent the base cur to hell.
We might have to get into melee a little bit, but I mean, there's not very many of them left. There's literally only one of them left. You can fire anytime you're ready. And that's it.
This is a clear victory that goes to only men of great virtue.
It took a little bit longer than I wanted it to, but we also didn't lose very many. We lost 25 men to almost 700. So patience isn't just a virtue; it's also, well, it's a virtue, but it's a virtue that pays off.
Such is the fate of all who oppose us.
So,
victory!
Sack it.
These people now
Yeah, we're only
kneel
gonna kill
before
off
us, my
176
lord.
people, and we'll get a little bit of money, not much, but enough to start getting something done. And we can't. I don't think you can retrain mercenaries. Like, you can merge them, but I don't think you can retrain them. And we can't construct anything, or we can't recruit anything. Yeah, we can construct, but we can't recruit anything because there's literally nothing in this village. So let's now when King William starts moving up to Carnarvon or Caernarvon, or I'm gonna try to pronounce it, but eventually I'm just gonna give up. So when he gets up to here, when he gets in range to attack it, since we don't really have much cavalry to speak of. Although I might bring Prince Rufus over just to help him out, because we might be able to draw them out. I'm not sure if it works with rebels, but we'll try. And
Ships ready.
we don't really need a navy, but we need to build a port in order to disband them, I think. Or wait, no, we don't. So, because they're costing us money that I just don't think we need a navy right now, but I don't know. Let's, we will wait on that, and I might want to take Ren. I want to get, I mean, we could get some cavalry, and maybe we could do it. Let's build. So drill square would give us billmen, which are basically pikemen, which aren't necessarily very good. Con's not going to make us a ton of money because castles generally don't. But so let's start building up stables so we can start getting cavalry. Because I want to be able to have at least knights. And I mean, peasants aren't going to do anything. And we don't really have much in terms of a great military to take anything with. So we're making 600 per turn. So what kind of mercenaries are available? These guys cost 180. Yeah, let's get them, because if we take Rennes, that would be helpful for just, you know, blocking the French from getting a settlement. Peasants aren't gonna do anything for us. I mean, they're cheap, but yeah. I'm thinking of actually, yeah. I'm just gonna disband them and just keep going with, you know, actually good units. And we'll take the archers with us. That way we get archer superiority. We don't really need spearmen necessarily. I mean, the mercenary spearmen are decent. I mean, they're pretty good. They're way better than ours. I just don't know if I need them right now, because we're not making much money to speak of. So, yeah, we're only making about 300 per turn. So, I think I'm going to get rid of ships. I'll keep this one so we can, when we're essentially done dealing with the British Isles, then we can start moving our military, because we don't need much force to protect England, or, yeah, Britain. Or, well, yeah, you guys know what I mean. We don't need much military to protect all of this. We would need these troops down at Caen to start taking France away from the French. So, can he keep moving? Yeah, but it's not going to be very far. So, let's get... Let's move the archer up. We'll have him link up with Prince Rufus. We'll leave one of our spear militia back at York, because they're not going to do much for us. And then that way they can maintain public order. And then we can... link up with King William, use a large force to take Carnarvon. I think that's how it's pronounced. I don't know. On one hand, I want to give up pronouncing it, but on the other hand, I don't. But anyway, we can link up with him to take this. And then we can start pushing towards Scotland. Because the Scots should be pretty easy to take out. And it looks like the French are going for Rennes. So we need to take that before they do. The less settlements they have, the better. They won't have as much money to play around with.
We have a word for you.
I mean, I want to take them out. And reliability doesn't necessarily matter too much in Medieval 2, because by the end of the game, everybody's basically unreliable. So, yeah, if you want to give me some money before I go ahead and kill you, then yeah, sure. They're not going to pay us anything for this, but... I don't necessarily want to give you map information, but if you would give me a little bit of money, Okay, so 100. They'll do that. Let's do. Let's do 500.
I accept this. Aye, farewell.
And the money we got from them will then go to,
Does
you
this
know,
look like one of your
killing them.
fleets you can loot?
I wonder where that fleet's going. Okay, so let's send our spy in here. It's a 50-50 chance, so he's more than likely going to get killed, but let's just hope that he doesn't. And let's watch this movie. Actually, I kind of like these. I mean, you don't see them in the newer Total War, but they are kind of fun. It's just funny because like you don't really ever see the same movie, so there's always something different. Oh, my poor spy. Well, I didn't think he was gonna make it in there, but like I said, those are kind of funny to see. So, alright, so we were gonna move everybody but you. So, let's get, okay, let's see where you guys can move off to. Okay, so,
An order.
let's get
Orders.
you down to here,
We'll stop. My
and you link
by
up
your
with them,
command. Combining forces. sire.
and we don't really need to build any towers or
My
anything.
king.
But okay, so let's link
Yes.
up with
We're
the
combining
prince,
into a huge force, sire.
and we are making a whopping 113 gold, or florins, or whatever. But we'll start making more money as we get the land clearance built up. London's probably never gonna get besieged, so let's get rid of the peasants, because they're just a money sink.
Sire.
And let's get our cavalry over here,
Merging armies, my lord.
and
Yes,
that way
sire.
we can
Continuing
take
tomorrow,
Rennes
sire.
next turn. So we'll probably besiege with Robert, put him on one of the corners, and put the rest of the army on the other corner, and then see if we can draw the garrison out. And another thing I forgot that you can do in Medieval 2 is tax rates. So let's increase the taxes so we can make a little bit more money at York. I kind of want to keep them low so we can build up our population faster, because raising the taxes does lower the population growth, and we'd be losing half a population growth percentage to make 67 gold. I'm just not sure if that's worth it, so let's not. And
Yes.
let's check. So London is 90% Catholic. This is 90. This is 90. Okay, so we're not really in danger of, religious differences. Carnarvon is 85%, so that's okay. I mean, generally speaking, all of these should be Catholic, because these are all Catholic factions for the most part until you start getting out here. But, it doesn't hurt to check these things. And once we get the bowyer built here, we'll probably build... If we build a port, it's not going to do anything, because it's not going to be... Or, well, it might actually, because we can maybe trade with Scotland before we, kill them. But if we build a land clearance, there's 3,000 people there that, would essentially be farming. So, and we can't adjust the tax rate on a castle. So, I think after we build the bowyer, we might build land clearance just to get a little bit more money. Because we don't necessarily need a whole lot of cavalry to take on Scotland. Between the spearmen and the mercenaries, we should be okay. So...
Command me, sire.
yeah, we can't move any further.
Sire.
Let's have you
Yes.
head up north,
God's servant.
and I'll have you head over to
Continuing
Carnarvon,
once I have rested.
so that once we take it, we can get the Catholic, or get Catholicism higher percentage. And he's got a good amount of piety, so if we get any heretics, we should be able to take them out. So, we have a merchant too that we should put on a resource so we can get at least some cash. We're just not going to get much because we don't
I have
have...
something for you, Seigneur.
Okay. So... if I knew they wouldn't attack me right after they signed this, I'd be all for it. I'm wondering if... let's see if... okay. So, trade rights... how about you give me 500 gold?
Oui, why not?
Okay.
Au revoir, Seigneur.
I just don't want to pay France right now because
Set, sire.
I'm pretty sure eventually
We're ready to
they'll
ambush the
stab us in the back. So
Daughter
I'd
of the
rather
crown.
not
Post haste,
give
sire.
them the rope that they need to hang me. I'd rather
Okay.
them give me the rope that I need to hang them with,
As you command.
sort of
We
thing.
go no further today.
So there's only 6 units in there, and if we draw them out, then we can kill them off pretty easily between the crossbows and everything. It's just assaulting the settlement. We could do it, but we take more damage than we really need to. So let's get land clearance built up here. York is gonna start growing by 3% every turn. And I don't think, because in Rome what you could do is you could recruit peasants in a settlement that had a large population, like London, and bring them up to the region of York and disband them, and then it would increase the population. But because the recruitment doesn't draw from the population in this game, I don't think that would work. So we'd basically just be wasting money to do it.
Sire.
London, we need... let's build a port so these two settlements can at least trade internally, and we might be able to trade with Scotland. Nottingham is building the land clearance.
Your Majesty.
You can get on... doesn't tell us how much it's worth. Oh wait, no, that's
Yes,
that's a
my
different
At
map.
your service.
This is worth 6. I'm just trying to figure out what, because I mean that's, like I said, that's only 6 florins. So
Journeying
I
onward.
wonder how much
On my way.
this would be worth.
Journeying onward.
5. So we're actually better off putting it on
As
the
you command.
dice.
Opening a new trade lane.
So yeah. Actually, no. We'd be better off once we take Ren. Then we can put them on the wine and make a little bit and double our money.
My lord.
Granted, it's not going to be much, but it's, you know,
Orders.
it's something. So let's put him down here.
Laying in wait for the enemy, sire.
And then you
Sire.
right here.
Yes, sire. My lord. To battle it is then, sire.
And
Yes, sire. Besieging the enemy.
let's... I mean, that's not
Our
going to
sieging
get
army is
anything
at your
built.
command, sire.
But, so I'm hoping that next turn, they'll come out and attack him, not see them. And then we'll start the battle, and then they'll be like, oh, there's the rest of the English army, and then they're dead. So,
Your Majesty.
let's bring our
Without
diplomat
question,
over
sire.
and use him kind of like a spy, basically, just to see what the French are up
Yes,
to.
sire. Tomorrow's
'Cause
journey
they have a
planned out,
castle
sire.
at Angers and Toulouse, I think. Yeah, that should be it. So, if we can deprive them of those two castles, then they shouldn't be able to get any really good units.
Yes.
Your Highness.
But let's bring him over here.
Command
You
me,
guys have
sire.
already moved. York can't build anything. Nottingham. Caen can build. There's some population there, so let's start building. We're gonna need the peasant archers though, so let's get that. So let's get that going, because Caen is probably gonna be under some kind of threat from the French. So, because in this, it doesn't matter if you have any agreements with anybody, whereas like in, okay, good, they're coming out, good. So in Warhammer 2, you have to maintain some level of reliability, otherwise everybody starts declaring war on you. In this, no. You can have an alliance with somebody, and then literally the next turn, they'll attack you. It's just, nobody's reliable in this. But, so they've got mailed knights. Between our cavalry will be fine. Crossbowmen won't stand up too much to a cavalry charge, and spear militia will get shredded by our missile units, so we should be fine. So let's just make sure that he's not going to be controlled by the AI, because the AI is
I shall lead our forces into
god
battle,
awful
my
in
lord.
commanding troops.
Units,
And
await
if
my
anybody's
orders.
wondering why there's no webcam, I can't find one right now. So as soon as I manage to get one, I plan on getting one, but it's just right now can't get one yet. I looked at Walmart, they don't have any. So, and they don't know when they're going to get any due to COVID. So, yeah, we're just basically waiting to until somebody gets
For
a
the moment, the
webcam.
fortune of battle goes our way.
But
Let's pray it remains
yeah,
as such.
so as soon as I get a webcam, I do plan on getting one. But I don't know when that's going to be. So their cavalry is coming up to hit us. So let's just keep running them around while our cavalry comes in to support us. Okay, I was really hoping that we'd be a little bit faster than that, but we're not. So we can probably fight them until... Yeah, they're doing okay. So we'll just fight them until our cavalry shows up. Actually, no, it looks like they're backing off. Okay. So, it kind of looks like they're backing off, but not necessarily. Yeah. So, let's get you guys over here, and you guys can charge right in. The only problem is we're getting this guy kind of tired out, but that's fine. And now he can attack. So basically, he holds them in place, and then the other two cavalry units come in and hit them from behind and shatter them. And I think the mailed knights is their general, isn't it? I'm pretty sure it is. But they're running away because they're losing. So they're gonna run But yeah, so our guys are coming in. We just want to kill off their general, and then because if you kill the general and wipe out 85% of the army, then the army dies. So let's just get that done. Unfortunately, their crossbowmen are going to start shooting
If we
at us.
remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
Let's get our
Good
troops
tidings.
set up.
The enemy general lies dead. We've sent the base cur to hell.
And our general's taking a beating, so let's get him out of there. Because I don't want to kill the enemy general and then get our general killed. And we need to start taking out those crossbows. So let's get our guys over here and start hitting their missile units. The sooner we get rid of their missile units, the better. So let's send the Hoplars in. They should break pretty quickly. Yeah, they're already breaking. Okay, good. So we'll send the Hoplars to chase after them, and then we'll send the crossbowmen, or send the knights in after them. Tell you what, let's send you guys up here. You guys can hit the spearmen, and you guys can hit them from the side. Okay, they're running. Good. Send you guys over here. You guys can get back. Okay, yeah, he's not moving back. So you guys get back up here. The knights need to take this. Unfortunately, our general did take a little bit of beating, but he'll replenish over time. And we should be able to overwhelm them. Yeah, they're done. So, spearmen are coming in, but
The
we
enemy are
should be able
badly
to wipe
bloodied.
them out.
They have lost half their men.
So you can run them down. And, I don't really want him to take on any of their good units. So let's see if we can get him out of here. Get the mailed knights to take on their mailed knights. Hoplars can take out their spear militia and just ride them down.
Behold how our cowardly foe runs. It's time to press the attack.
And they did make me take a little bit more damage than I was expecting to, so let's just wipe them out. Their knights are going here. So let's send ours to chase after them. If we can get them inside the city, that'd be great. So let's bring our Hoplars out of here. Guys. Okay, they glitched. But that's fine. Okay. You guys try to get inside the city, please. Nope. No luck. That's fine though. we can bring our crossbows up. And let's just get everybody away from here so they don't take too much damage. We might actually be able to chase down the spearmen and get inside the city that way. Come on, follow. Or not. Okay, back off. Okay. Now get inside the city. Good. The problem is now our guys are tired, so they're not going to fight as well, but there's not that many of them left. So, they're getting hit by the crossbow. Well, let's kill off the crossbows then.
All of Christendom will be awed by the victory we have
A little
won
bit more
here
damage
today.
than I would have liked to take, especially on him, but he'll replenish over time. So, we can send the knights back and get them retrained.
Glorious victory is ours, sire. As you commanded, sire, these lands are now yours.
Reinforce London. We don't really need to, though. That's the thing. So, let's get... Town Watch would let us recruit militia. But land clearance would let us build up the region. So, let's get... But... Because I mean, we're making 1,500 per turn now. So, let's actually build up the town militia so that we can start getting, or town watch, so that we can start getting town militia and get them to garrison in here. Because we'll have 2 of the units will be free. We'll have to pay for the, however, other mini units are going to be in there. But,
An order.
so we'll have,
Marching, sir. As you command. Yes.
okay,
Command
so
me, sire.
you
Move!
stand here. I don't know why he...
We shall slaughter them, my
that's
lord.
fine. Let's have him build a
Besieging the
ram
cowards, my king.
and put you
Yes.
right there. And then we'll do the same thing next turn. And there's just archers, peasants, and Welsh spearmen, which the archers aren't a threat. Aren't too much of a threat anyway. So,
My lord. Orders.
we can actually retrain. Okay, so let's get another knight. And then in 2 turns we can retrain the other knights we have. So let's get you to sit at Ren and just build up some public order. And population's not bad. So let's crank the taxes up a little bit. It's not going to grow very very quickly, but once we start getting land clearance and I think town watch. Okay, town watch helps out public order. It doesn't help out population growth, but I think, I don't know, the brothel does, and it helps public order out too. Church gives a 0.5%, and we will need to build a church. So we'll build the town watch, get the militia built up, and then we'll build the church and the brothel. Because, you know, priorities. And we're considered the strongest faction. Okay, so Medieval 2 is a game where you can justify being really aggressive at the beginning, or well, throughout the campaign, and it actually rewards you for being really aggressive. Warhammer 2, you really can't. Like, you can't take over the entire world in 10 turns in Warhammer 2, whereas if you're good enough, you can take over the world in Medieval 2 before the Mongols even show up, and they usually show up around turn 65. So I mean, I usually don't because I'm not. I'm just not quite that skilled with the game just yet. But hey, practice. So let's see. All right. So let's get you not to be controlled by the AI. And we'll fight this battle.
Show no mercy! Kill them all!
And then after that, we have to take Scotland, which if we do it, I mean, that's kind of why we're doing early game aggression, is we don't want to give them time to build up. So they're going to deploy on our left. So let's get our cavalry back. Basically just draw their infantry out. And then these two generals should be able to just kill off their army pretty quickly. Or at least kill off their archers pretty quickly. And then the rest of their army we can kill off with... we can kill them off with our missile units. So... we don't need to tire him out or anything. So... it looks like they're just gonna sit there and deploy. So... let's wait for our army to show up. They might actually be just waiting until they get all their forces out, and then they're going to start moving forward now. So, we need to get our army.
The battle seems to be swinging
Okay.
in our favor.
Good.
From such tidings does
So-
victory emerge.
We start getting our guys down here. Let's get organized. Turn off skirmish mode. Group everybody up. And let's bring our units up here. And let's bring our generals over here. And we'll just walk our infantry and we'll run our cavalry because they need to go in and kill off all their archers first before we do anything else. So, yeah, let's get rid of their archers. And then we'll start getting rid of their spears and everything else. So, he's going to take some shots though, but as long as he doesn't get killed off, we'll be fine. And I don't think he will. And there's no guarantee you can get your general killed in this relatively easily. But let's charge into the longbows. Back off a little bit. I just don't want to get in contact with the spearmen. At least until we've killed off the enemy general.
The battle is very much in our favor. If we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
And I kind of want to have them chase me a little bit and then run into them, into their rear from our cavalry. Unfortunately, I'm losing a few of them, but that's okay. So, you guys can charge into there. And let's come up here so we can get them from two directions. Hopefully. Okay, good. They just broke.
Our men are winning the battle. If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
You charge into the longbows. I'd really rather not be stuck fighting. fighting peasants. I just want to get rid of their missile units. Okay, good. So they're actually running, so let's go ahead and ride down the longbowman first. So we'll use him as the hammer, and then he can come behind and hit the... and he can mop up the units that are already running away. So, spearmen are coming up, but... yeah, they've already lost this.
Only half the enemy force remains.
I mean, they were never going to win. It's just a question of how much damage we were going to take. And if only these two units take the damage, then they'll heal. Okay. I don't want him in prolonged combat with spearmen, because they're not necessarily great at it. I mean, they're strong, but they're not invincible. Like I said, you can get a general killed pretty easily in this if you're not careful. But if you use them right, they're just insanely powerful. So let's get you to charge into... well, they're doing alright. We just gotta break them. Let's get away, because everyone's here. Are coming in. So let's get him up here, and we can use the two of them to hit him from different angles, and it'll just break him faster. If one of them's charging in, or not necessarily charging in, but feigning a charge, then the other one can come and hit him from the rear. So it looks like this is the one that's going to get hit because it's in the loosest formation. So let's get around, and then start charging in. And that was not a great charge, but that was a decent one. And they're just gonna fall
Our men
to
are
pieces.
winning the battle. If we continue like this, we will
So,
smash the enemy.
let's get you guys around here, you guys around here, and let's do it again.
St. George, save us. The enemy have the walls. To our defense, or all will be lost.
Oh no, they have the walls. Oh no, they have the walls. All 5 of them. All 5 of them have captured the walls. Oh no.
The enemy general flees like
There's
the
like
coward he
none of
is.
them left.
Press onward.
So,
Break the spirit of his
doesn't
army.
matter. And okay, they'll fall apart, and I think this is the unit that has the general in it. So if we could kill him, that'd be great. Just write him down. One of you write him down.
Behold how our cowardly foe runs. It's time to press the attack.
Okay, good. So the general's dead. And they're kind of just bugging out. But now our missile units are coming onto the field. Or, well, they were on the field, but they're getting set up. So let's go ahead and get them some experience, because our generals already have plenty. They've done 99% of the work, or well, 98% of the work killing off everything. So let's have our missile units kill the other 2%. So you guys stand right about here and just start shooting them. The last, like, 20 of them that are left alive. Okay, he's dead. There's 4 of those spearmen left. Let's see if our crossbowmen can kill them off. If they can't, then we'll just spin the battle, because we've already won. But they should be able to, yeah. So all 4 of you just shoot at them.
All of Christendom will be awed by the victory we
So
have
we
won
lost
here
34 and they
today.
lost all 811. So. And there's that settlement that I
Nothing can
will
stop
never
us,
be able to
sire.
pronounce in our hands.
Another settlement falls before us.
That's some good money.
Victory!
So, usually public orders are not too hard to maintain in castles. So, let's get this upgraded, and we can start recruiting knights from here once we get everything built up. Once we get this built up to a castle, we can start, I think we can start recruiting knights from here. So, yeah, France is the strongest now, but we're the largest. They probably just have more military than us, but we'll be smarter with ours than they are with theirs. So let's build. I mean, I want cavalry, but I also want archers. Longbowmen would be pretty good. Missile attack of 6, and they can use stakes, versus missile attack of 5, and they can't use stakes. So yeah, let's start getting better archers. And I think the longbowmen have better range, don't they? Let me see. I think they have better range. Long range, and yeah, okay, yeah, so the range is longer on the longbowmen, oddly enough.
Daughter of
So
the
let's
Crown.
move you
On my way.
up into Scotland. Edinburgh is
Yes.
undefended,
Post haste, sire.
or
Waiting
really
for
poorly
morning now,
defended. And they haven't taken Inverness, so their army is probably sitting somewhere around here. So I might get a unit of Hobilars to kind of watch over the settlement, and then we'll start bringing him up, because if we can knock out,
The men are spent.
yeah, if we can knock out Scotland, like, yeah, just in a single battle, because if they lose all their settlements or all their family members, they're dead. They don't get a chance to, they don't get one last chance to get another settlement back. It's if they lose all those settlements or all their family members, yeah, Scotland's dead. So, and then we can take Inverness and Ireland at our leisure. So, yeah, we'll move up and take Edinburgh. And Edinburgh is, I think it's a large town, so it'll make us a decent amount of money too. At London, we can build brothel population growth. I don't really want to build a market until later on in the campaign. So let's start getting Mines is 240. That wouldn't be bad. Church would give us more religious conversion and more. Does it give us more population growth? I'm not sure if it will or not. The brothel would though. And it'll give a public order boost too, so let's get the brothel built first and then we'll build the church. So, yeah, that's what we'll do. And then trait increase, we're getting our prince more dread. Good. So he'll be a better commander. Our
Command me, sire.
faction leader already has a few dread, or well, 4. He has 2, so the more dread we give him, the more he'll like just terrify nearby units. And
At
let's
your
bring our
service.
merchant down to the
On my way.
line so that he can start
Tomorrow's
trading
journey
that and
awaits,
making us
sire.
a little bit more cash. The French aren't really doing anything right now, so let's move on. And I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. So we have a new general candidate. I don't really want to give him chivalry because he's not going to be in a settlement maintaining public order. I'd rather have him give him lots of dread. But he is 6 loyalty. And we can make him a better general. So, yeah, we'll take him. And he showed up at York. So, he can help us kill off Scotland.
Yes.
So,
Forming up into a force to be feared.
3 generals will definitely help us out.
Yes. Your will, sire.
He can't quite make it, but we should be able to... Well, we'll move up to here next turn, and then he can link up with the army. And... let's build... Okay, so we can get knights from Khan. And we can get longbowmen, so we can start recruiting some more units, or so we can start building up our unit recruitment pools. Let's start building up the knights stables, because we can get mercenary crossbowmen to fill in the gaps in our army. And at Rennes, we'll start building up land clearance, start getting the population growth up, and we can get a town militia to just keep an eye on the settlement for us, and then next turn we'll move back to Caen, and we'll probably take, I think it's Bruges, or yeah, I think it's Bruges. I don't think it's Bruges. So Nottingham's building. York's not going to be able to build until it grows up a little bit. We're making 2,200 gold per turn, a little bit over that, so that's good. So, and he's helping build up the Catholicism in the region.
At your
Move
service.
him. We were going to move him down to the wine, so now we're making 18 on it per turn.
Yes, sire.
I think it's worth more if you own the region. So, yeah, now we're making 18 per turn, and hopefully he can start building up his finance skill, because right now he's not a very good merchant. But, yeah, he'll get better with time, hopefully. So, let's go end the turn, and I'm going to go check on, I've got laundry running, so I'm going to go offload that real quick so the machine quits beeping, because I'm sure you guys are hearing it, and I'm sure it's probably annoying. Alright, I'm back. So, it doesn't look like anything really important happened while I was gone. So, let's build up. It doesn't say if the church is going to help us out. The inn will. So, but so will farming. It'll give us Okay, so we're making 262 from farms right now. That'll make us 315, and it'll give us a population growth bonus too. So let's build up the farming. Nottingham is still building archers. York, for only having land clearance, 747 is not bad. So we still can't recruit anything because it hasn't grown up yet. But let's get him into the army, and
An order.
we'll move you
Marching, sir.
over here.
As you command.
And they still haven't reinforced Edinburgh. So,
Yes, Your
yeah.
Highness.
So London's building, Caen's building, Rennes has their town militia, so let's start moving back over
We have
here.
marched our limit today,
And
sire.
hopefully the French don't take this as a time to attack. Although it might actually be worth it to go for the French, because, I mean, they do have a general in the region, but we can get some general killers. So, yeah, let's go ahead and do that. I
Orders.
think I want to kill off France before they get a chance to fight us. So, still making some money. So, yeah, we'll get the cavalry and archers, and then we'll move down and take Angers. And then we'll probably put a fort down here so they don't come up and attack us. And then we'll still have to deal with the French from Paris, and I think they have another settlement over here too. But if we deprive them of a castle, that'll be good for depriving them of any really high tier units. So, yeah. And we'll be making more money as time goes on. So we're going to take out Scotland, and we're going to hopefully be able to cripple the French next turn. Well, we won't be able to take out Scotland next turn, but we will be able to.
Command me, sire.
Yeah, we won't even be able to besiege them, but we'll be able to
Move.
at least get into position to start thinking about besieging them. Okay, so we got land clearance built at Rennes, Carnarvon's now a castle, Nottingham has a practice range now, so we can start building longbowmen. So let's start building. Let's start getting land clearance from Carnarvon. And we don't really need any cavalry here, because Scotland's not going to be that difficult to take on. And we can attack the French if we so choose. So,
Sire. Orders.
well,
Yes.
actually no, we can't.
Binding forces. My lord.
But let's send you.
Sire.
Well, you can come with us,
Orders.
and we just won't use him in this battle. I
By
don't
your
think.
command.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we'll
As
get
you wish.
him close, and then we could have moved down here, but we'll attack the army and hope that they come out and actually attack us. Let's see how strong they are. So faction rankings, and I want to see France. Okay, so overall ranking, they're stronger than us. Military ranking, they are stronger, but if we wipe out that army, that'll probably bring their strength down to about ours. Production ranking, we're equal. They were better than us, but then we cranked up a little bit. Territorial ranking, we actually own more than them. They only own 5 settlements. Soon to be 4, because we're going to take Angers off of them. Financial ranking, they have more money than us, but we can always fix that. Population is higher, but we'll be fixing that soon enough. So, and Scotland is, yeah, they have nothing. They only have, they're technically richer than us, but then again, we've been spending a lot of money to build up. Territorially, they only have 1. Production rankings, almost nothing. Military rankings, almost nothing. So, yeah, we'll be fine. Okay, so next turn we go in and we start taking out the Scottish and the French. What do we want to build? I think the chapel would help out with, it only helps out with public order, doesn't help population growth. So let's get communal farming to help out with both, or to help out with money and population growth, not public order. But yeah. I hate merchants. I really hate merchants. So they stole our guy. That doesn't matter. Construction's done. Good. So now we have another general. They seized our assets, so eventually we'll have to go kill off Portugal to kind of punish them for that. But not just yet. We're going to be fairly busy dealing with all of this stuff. So let's get farming so we can build up our population, and let's kind of reinforce the region a little bit because I'm expecting the French to obviously not be very happy that we're taking one of their castles off of them. The Scottish, I don't know what they're doing, but they're about to lose a settlement. Their own settlement. So we'll put him here. And we'll put you guys here.
Marching, sir. Yes.
And you
They'll wish
besiege.
they'd never been born, sire.
And maintain the
They're dead
siege.
once we breach the wall, sire.
And
Patiently awaiting to
England and
breach
Scotland.
and butcher, sire.
Scotland doesn't like us, doesn't matter, because next turn they're going to be dead. And
Quit that, you damn schooner.
I don't know where their army went. It's not at Inverness, because Inverness is still rebel. Yeah, Inverness is still rebel, so I don't know what happened to their army. But I guess it doesn't really matter, because I mean, they're going to be dead anyway. So, and we're not making much money, so we probably shouldn't do much more recruiting, because we're not going to, although taking Edinburgh will help out, definitely. So they have their faction leader, they have a port, so we'll capture that. So we'll at least be able to trade maybe between London and Edinburgh. I'm not sure if it's too far to trade, but we'll see. And then, so once we take this, we'll probably run over to Inverness and take that. And then we'll head over to Dublin and take that. And
Your will, sire.
okay, so let's see. I'm kind of expecting that army to run away, but we'll see if maybe their general will help, you know. Maybe their general coming out will help them have a little bit more of a backbone and decide to fight. So, yeah, let's go ahead and do it.
Sire. Glorious victory is ours, sire.
Okay.
Orders. My lord.
I was hoping they would stand and fight, but they're not going to. But we'll see. So, over to England and France, relations person between France that's poor. That's fine. And yeah, let's go ahead and do it. Okay, good. So they're coming out to fight. He's got town militia, so he's the only real dangerous unit in that army. And he's not even really that good of a general. I mean, he's okay, but he's not great. And he doesn't have any dread, whereas our guys do. So yeah, he's about on par with King William, but King William's got more dread. So, yep.
There'll be no
Let's finish off
escaping us
Scotland.
now! Attack!
And then maybe the French will decide to attack us too. So they're coming in from our right. Our reinforcements are coming in from our right, so let's back off and get them to come out and come to us. And we should be able to take down their general between our three generals.
For the
So,
moment, the
speed
fortune
it
of
up.
battle goes our way. Let's pray it remains as such.
Okay. Let's bring you guys down. I don't think we're gonna need to use anybody other than the three generals. Let's get you guys over here. You two. Okay. So you charge head on into him, and you guys from the side. Looks like he's gonna connect. No, okay. They're both gonna connect roughly at the same time. That wasn't really a great charge. Let's see if we can get him to come in up here and hit him from the side.
The enemy king lies
Good.
dead.
So
Our men are
general's
winning the
dead.
battle. If we continue like this, we
Okay,
will smash
good.
the enemy.
And that basically just broke the backs of Scotland right there. So you go ahead and start running them down.
Behold how our cowardly foe runs. It's time to press the attack.
And we need to kill them off. So you guys keep running them down. Yeah, the only thing left is a few of his bodyguard. So, and now that he's not around, they should fall apart.
Units! Sally forth! Units! Double charge! Double charge!
Go ahead, open the gate.
Units! Sally forth!
This is a clear victory that goes to only men of
Lost
great
8, killed
virtue
almost
and
400.
valor.
So, and I think that's the end of Scotland. Should be at least.
Such is the fate of all who oppose us!
And we'll sack it. That's kind of silly. He got our merchant and then just ran off. Okay, so if we take Inverness, we get an extra 2,500 florins. Well, I was planning on it anyway, but okay. And now we're making 26.29 per turn. Good.
My king.
Okay, so let's have... Can Scotland recruit anything? Yeah, they can get spear militia. So... let's...
An order.
I mean, we need to have a unit stay behind to maintain public order. And Irish Kerns aren't gonna be... like, we're like... well, they are armor piercing. So... But we don't really need them because our archers and our crossbows will do fine. So let's get Wolf Spearmen are 7 and 6. Spear Militia are 5 and 7. So let's keep...
Orders.
yeah, let's keep the Spear Militia in the city. And then you...
An order.
and then you guys can come out and
Move.
start.
Command me,
And
sire.
we can take Inverness.
We're combining into a huge
It
force,
should be pretty
sire.
easily. It should be pretty easy to take Inverness. We'll just do the same thing as we did with Edinburgh. Just besiege it and draw them out, and we'll start building up the population growth here. So we've got plenty of money to do whatever we need to do. So let's start building up. Let's keep building up our settlements. So let's build a port at Carnarvon and see if it'll trade with London, maybe. At London, we can get... Church would help out with... I'm not sure what it would help out with. And we have the general there too, so we need to bring him up to... because he's got dread, he's not going to help really maintain public order too much, so we need to get him to join the army. So let's get the inn for population growth and public order. Yeah, so let's do that. And
An order.
you can start moving up.
I've tried whipping them, sire, but the men are spent.
York can grow. Good. Nottingham is building its communal farming still. Caen can build... we can get the drill square, but I really don't need it. Practice range would be good, though.
My lord.
And let's see
Begone.
if...
You are not my liege.
okay.
Your will, sire.
So let's get you guys
My lord.
to stand right about... okay,
Orders.
so everybody can
Orders.
back off a little bit.
Yes. Your
You
will, sire.
stand right there,
We're leaving the army, sire.
and then you stand right
Yes.
there. And we should be able to draw them
To
out.
battle it is, then, sire.
Should be able to
Prepare
draw
to
them out over
assault
the
the
end turn.
walls.
Because if he
We lay
attacks, then we
siege.
draw him out. If they
The
attack,
siege goes as planned,
I'm
sire.
not sure, but we'll see how this works. And yeah, Scotland's dead. Good. New family member, that's good stuff. And yeah, the Scottish cardinal was dead. So one less annoying Catholic faction to deal with. Not that Catholics are annoying, but the Pope in this can be somewhat annoying. So the Pope doesn't mind us too much. He's probably not very happy that we took on Scotland, and he's not going to be very happy that we're taking on France. But I mean, yeah, we'll deal with the Pope eventually.
Your orders, sire.
And I mean, the Pope can get over
Without question,
can
sire.
get over me, you know.
Tomorrow's
taking
journey
over Europe.
planned out, sire.
God's servant.
So
Command me, sire.
moved. Ren is building up a little bit. Let's keep putting militia in here because again, I'm expecting the French not to take the loss of Angier lying down. And let's get... Do we need any more troops right now? I mean, they would help. So, yeah, let's get some cavalry. And it looks like they might be coming in to attack. If they do, then we got them. They're bringing one of their armies out. It looks like they're going to go try to take Caen. Yeah, they didn't go in. Okay, so now the Pope's telling us to back off of France.
My lord.
So let's go ahead and... So we have to keep from keep from attacking France for 6 turns. So let's move over to... Because they moved an army over here. So let's get the peasant archers, because I'm sure they're going to try to attack Caen, but if they're attacking us in our lands, I don't think the Pope will be too upset about that.
Order.
So
Your
let's
will,
get you over here.
By your command.
Yeah, go and lift the
Yes,
siege.
sire. Sire.
And
As
get
you
over
wish.
here.
Joining
And
forces,
then
my lord.
when the Pope
Your
finally
Majesty.
gets over himself, then we'll
Yes, sire.
go and
Tomorrow's journey planned
attack
out,
France
sire.
again. It's just a rebel navy, not a French navy. Good. So, because I'm expecting the French to counterattack. I mean, we did just declare war on them. So they aren't going to be very happy about it. Garrison quarters would give us spearmen. I mean, we are going to need them to hold the line, and we do have all of our cavalry and everything built up already. Well, we don't have the stables built up, but we can still recruit knights. So let's get the garrison quarters. And if we need to, we can, between Carnarvon and York, we can recruit cavalry. So, York, next turn, we can actually start building more stuff
Yes.
there. So,
An order.
you move over to here,
As you command.
and you...
My king.
Okay, actually, no, you move
Yes.
over to here,
Command me, sire.
and then...
Yes, sire. Moving to crush the enemy. Besieging the
Build around.
cowards, my liege. Patiently
I'm not sure if
awaiting
this is
to
gonna
breach and
work.
butcher, sire.
If not, then we'll lift the siege and then come over here. I've got a sneaky suspicion that it won't work, but
An order.
we'll just see.
Move.
You keep moving up.
You'll stop here.
We're probably going to take Inverness before he even gets over there, so he can help us conquer Ireland. So... Okay, so... Yeah, it looks like we have a new princess now, I think. Did we get a new princess? Let's see, agents. No, he just got married, so that's fine. Okay, let's see what to do this turn. Nottingham's building. York can now build communal farming. Start getting that population growth up. Carnarvon. We're not really making much next turn, or right now per turn. It looks like about 1900 maybe. And yeah, our
Command
siege
me,
didn't
sire.
work. So let's move over
Marching, sire.
here.
Yes,
And
sire.
then
But
that
this
should
implies we fear them. We shall
Yes, that should
slaughter
work.
them, my lord. Yes.
So you move up to there.
As you command.
And let's get a brothel built to Edinburgh. York's building. Carnarvon doesn't really need to build this turn. and we've got a force that we can use if the French decide to come over and attack us. And then in 5 turns we can go kill off the French. Or kill them off at one settlement. So...
My lord.
But we need him to stay in reinforcement range of Rennes, just in case the French decide to counterattack us. And we'll have this guy move down to Italy and start making contact with the Pope.
Sire.
I wonder if it would be better for him actually to keep an eye on the French for us.
Without question, sire.
Yeah, it might actually be better
Tomorrow's
for him to keep an eye
journey
on the
planned
French.
out, sire.
So let's keep building up Rennes. They've got militia, but that's not really going to do much. And let's get a brothel for the population growth. We're making 1900 per turn, it looks like. Con, we can build. Let's get land clearance so we can get some more money, and then we'll build the road so our armies can move around a little bit faster. Don't really have much money to work with right now. Okay, it doesn't look
An
like
order.
our sieges are going to work.
Yes.
So, that's
Forming
fine.
up into a force
But-
to be feared.
In 4 more turns we'll have it anyway, so that's fine. Edinburgh is building, York is building, Carnarvon can build a mustering hall. Let's get roads so we can get troops out of there a little bit faster. And yeah, let's move on. We aren't really going to be able to do too much until the Pope decides that we've given France enough of a, enough of a quote-unquote ceasefire before we kill them off. So we just have to wait until the Pope decides that we can
Yes,
go
my lord. Yes,
start
sire.
attacking France again.
Tomorrow's journey planned out.
There's no French
sire.
armies out here. That's good. And yeah, we're just gonna have to starve Inverness out. And then we'll probably make Inverness a city, because I could keep it a castle, but getting troops from Inverness would just be a logistical nightmare. We'd have to build a fleet to move the troops down, and I just don't think it would be worth it. I think it would make much more sense to have it as a city, and I don't think anyone's ever going to invade anywhere near that region. So once we take it over, we'll probably just turn it into a city. So yeah, there's no point in having it as a castle, I don't think. So yeah, let's well, we've got money to do stuff, so let's see what we can do. We could build a market, but I don't think we need to. Mining would help out with money, so let's build a mine. Unfortunately, that's most of our money. So, and we could probably start taxing York a little bit more. London, 90% tax rate, or 90% public order should be fine. Edinburgh, we can't really jack the taxes up just yet. We need to build up public order a little bit more here. At Rennes, it's already on high. If we put it on very high, we make a little bit more money. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that, and it should be growing up fairly quickly anyway. So now we'll make 2,300 per turn. So that's not bad for turn 14. That's not that bad, especially with our army as large as it is. Now is France going to offer a ceasefire?
In this time of war,
Yeah, they
I
are.
bring word
Okay,
peacefully.
good. So I was hoping that the Pope wouldn't come to their aid immediately, but since he did, let's go ahead and take the ceasefire. They'll actually pay us for it. So, let's see how much they would pay. Very generous. Let's get a little bit more money out of him. Let's see if we can get 1,000. Yeah.
A most generous offer, a most
I
worthwhile.
probably could have gotten more, but I kind of wanted it to succeed right then. So, because there's no, I mean, generally they don't haggle with you. They generally just say no. No. So, it's not like in Warhammer 2 where you can bring up the diplomacy tab and start negotiating with them that way. You have to actually send an agent, and I just don't want to have to do that. So let's build up Ren. And just in case they do attack, well, we have Khan there, so they can move and reinforce if they have to.
Orders.
So let's take our general,
Yes.
and we'll take Bruges. Because if we can get a coastal city, then we can trade more internally. London's building, Nottingham. We can build a port there, so we can start trading internally within our empire. And 2 more turns, we get Inverness. It's kind of annoying that they wouldn't come out and actually fight us, but I mean, that kind of a force versus that kind of a
Command
force.
me, sire.
I'm not surprised that they didn't come out and fight us. I'm just a little bit, disappointed that they didn't. York can't build anything yet because we just don't have enough money for it. Next turn, though, we'll probably build up the brothel to just keep building up our population. It looks like we're making about 2,600 per turn. So we'll move up towards Bruges next turn. We're not going to be able to make it there next turn, but we'll move up there. The more rebel settlements we can take, the better. And then we can start building up our economy, and then we can start...
Sire. Without
we can
question, sire.
think again about... Okay, so once I take Bruges, in 2 more turns, this mission's done. I just don't want to get excommunicated right now. Otherwise, I'd just say, go ahead and do it. So we'll get money from taking Inverness. Once we take Bruges, then we'll get Bruges, secure. And then we might go down and take Paris. Because if we take their capital,
Yes, my lord.
if you
Yes,
take their
sire.
capital, that's huge.
Tomorrow's journey planned
That's a
out.
huge blow to them. So we'll take Paris and maybe take Rheims, or again, I don't know how you pronounce it. And then, so we'll take Paris and then we'll take Rheims. And then maybe take Angers. Because they've only got like 5 settlements, and that's 3 of them right there. So, and if we take their 2 cities, that cripples them economically. Taking Angers cripples them militarily. So, yeah, I think we're going to go ahead and do that. So, take Bruges, take Paris, take Rheims, get them somewhat set up, get them kind of fortified, and then go take Angers. Because if they can't pay for an army, then they're dead. If they can't physically build an army, then they're dead. So and I'd rather take out as many factions as I can nice and early before they get built up to the point where they're just annoying to take down. And then once we deal with France, we might head down south and pay Portugal a visit and repay them for, paying off our merchant. In other words, kill them. And with them, we'll probably take Pamplona's their only castle, I think, so we'll probably take that. and then we can sail over and take Lisbon. So let's build at York. We were gonna build the brothel, weren't we? Yeah. Nottingham's already building. London can build. Let's get a church. And Carnarvon, we can get. I don't really need a mustering hall. I don't really need a leather tanner right now necessarily. So let's get dirt roads over at Caen so we can
Your will,
move troops
sire.
around a little bit faster.
Yes, sire.
And then we'll keep
We have
making our
marched
way
our
over
limit
towards
today, sire.
Bruges. And
Your Majesty.
let's see if the Holy Roman Empire will trade with us. They might.
I accept this
Okay.
extortionate deal
Good.
until next time.
Okay, so, and let's keep him
Without
at
question,
Paris.
sire.
He can keep an eye on the French.
Do I remind you?
And then, like I said, once we get done with the Pope, or once we get done with the Pope's mission, next turn we get 2,500 from taking Inverness, and then we can start heading over to take Ireland. So that'll, both of those will help us make a little bit more money, because their Inverness is a castle right now, but we're going to convert it into a town, because I just don't necessarily think it's going to get besieged. So let's see if, yeah, okay, so he's got, okay, yeah, this will be easy. Highlanders don't really matter. The Highland archers, those should fall apart pretty quickly. One of the Highlanders, the one with 101 units, or 101 men in the unit, is their general.
Leave your mercy behind, men. We shall utterly
So,
Units, await my orders.
I don't think my other forces are going to be under AI control, and if they are, it doesn't really matter because I've got 2 generals in here already. So let's pull back a little bit. We don't necessarily need to pull back all the way because we've got 2 generals that can. You know, we could probably win the whole battle with just these 2 guys. And they're coming in, they'll help us out a little bit. So you 2 go on opposite sides of the army, or the force, it's kind of hard to call it an army. And okay, so their general is in that unit. So you guys go for the archers. And then you guys come up here and we'll swing around and take out the archers there. And then you guys come up. Good. Broke right away. So you can go take out these archers. You can run them down. So you go ahead and hit those archers. That was a terrible charge.
The
That was a
battle is
little
very
bit better,
much in our
but
favor.
not much
If we
better.
remain true and steadfast, victory will be
So-
ours.
You guys are done. Alright, good. They're running off. Let's get away from those Highlanders. And those ones are breaking. Good. Get these guys out of here. let's go for the Highlander couple. They should break pretty quickly. Or not. Okay, yeah, they just broke. Good. So you guys go up here. You guys over here. And like I said, these two guys can take on the whole army by themselves. You guys move over here and hit him from the other side.
The enemy general
You guys are
flees
just
like the coward
coming
he is.
in,
Press onward and break the spirit of his army.
basically just as cheerleaders. And the battle's probably going to be over before they're even show
The
up.
enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost
Okay,
half their
good.
men.
Yeah,
The
they're all
walls are
running.
no longer ours. The enemy have taken them.
Okay. So now we should be able to pursue them right inside the city. So let's try to get inside the city. Their Highlanders are trying to hold. They're just not going to be able to. Let's just keep pushing.
The enemy general has no honor. He flees the field of battle and abandons his men.
You two can help out a little
Our
bit.
men have captured the enemy general. Guard him well and make it so he can see us defeat them. The enemy army flees the field. Pursue and run them down.
And let's just finish it up. So, and just kill off the last of the Highlanders.
General's bodyguard! General's bodyguard! Double time! Quickly! Quickly! Run! This is a clear victory
Okay,
that goes to only men of
Lost 12, but it was all on generals, so they'll recover. And
victory!
we sack the
Nothing
city,
can stop us, sire.
make a little bit
The
of money,
settlement has fallen. Take the spoils of war.
and yeah, that's fine. We can get him a wife. So we've got this. Folks relatively happy with us, kind of. Not that I really care. And we got the settlement. That's what I really care about. Holy Roman Empire and Milan are allied together, so that's whatever. That's probably a woman, I'm not sure, but we'll find out eventually. And now we can start moving down here.
Marching, sir.
You can go ahead and link up with him.
We're combining into a huge force, my king.
And we need
Command me, sire.
someone to watch over the city for us, so we'll get that unit.
My lord.
And you can sit inside the settlement for a
Yes,
little
sire. An order.
bit. You link up.
Marching, sir. Forming up into a
And
force to be
now
feared.
we convert it to a town. Yes, that's fine. So next turn we can start doing a little bit more with it. Nottingham will stay a castle. And then we can build. Let's get stables built so we can recruit some more cavalry. At Carnarvon, we can get the communal farming and make a little bit of money from it.
Orders.
And now we can get...
Your will, sire. Orders.
So the rest of the army stands here.
By your command,
Oh, and we can take Antwerp too. Good.
my lord. As you wish.
And
To
just
war, then, sire.
deprive
Yes, sire. Besieging the
deprive
enemy.
France of
Our
Bruges, and we
sieging
can
army is at your command,
deprive them
sire.
of Antwerp also. So,
Sire.
that'll be good. The more coastal settlements we take from them, or not necessarily take from them, but deprive them of, the better. We'll get communal farming built at Caen, and we'll get... I kind of want to build a port, so it might start trading with Caen. But I also want to get a town guard so we can start getting better militias. Because if the French decide to not honor their ceasefire, then yeah, I'd rather have spear militia in there than town militia. Because spear militia will at least hold up a little bit to it. Town militia will just melt. And we'll take Dublin in a few turns. And he's just going to keep an eye on France for us. And so we'll take Bruges probably next turn. They'll probably sally out. They'll probably sally out against us. It looks like they're moving troops between Paris and Reims. Which is fine. Milan's probably going to ask us for something next turn. Good, here they come. And... okay, so what's he got? He's got... the knights are somewhat dangerous. The crossbowmen aren't really too dangerous. The Flemish pikemen are dangerous to our cavalry, but we can shoot them down. And the armored sergeants, same thing. We can shoot them down. So we just need to clear out the cavalry and the crossbows, and then we can shoot the rest. So... let's turn off AI control. I like to just check it and then uncheck it just to make doubly sure.
I shall lead our forces into battle, my lord.
I have not sometimes, and then I get into the battle and go, oh, the AI is controlling it, and I'm like, I'll still win, but the AI is just terrible in this. So generally, you don't want the AI controlling your reinforcements. They do not do very well with it. So let's get far enough back that our cavalry can come in and help out. Their knights are probably going to come in and chase after us, which is fine. If we isolate their knights, then the sooner we take out the knights, then we can start. So in order of, dangerous units, knights, crossbowmen, and then everything else. And it looks like they're just going to sit back and let us set up, which is fine. If they want to do that, then it's their funeral. We'll get our cavalry, get everybody organized. These guys are already pretty well organized. So, wait. Get you guys. Yeah, we need to get our cavalry down here. Let's get our general out of here, and we can bring our cavalry down to support him. Run along the edge of the map. And let's link up with our cavalry. I really don't want to fight in the forest, though. I'd rather fight out here on the open field. So let's see if we can draw their knights out into the open. Because I just do not like fighting in trees, if I can avoid it. Unfortunately, we're losing a few of the general's bodyguard, but that's fine. As long as we don't lose the general, then we'll be fine. And their knights are still chasing us. Good. Okay, good. So, we can start getting these guys over here. Oh, okay, good. Let's get my hobblers over here. And it looks like their crossbows are moving into position. So let's see if we can get our knights to run into the back of them. I don't necessarily want to charge into pikes. Pikes are moving up, so we need to get out of there. Because that's not a fight that we really want to fight. Okay, so let's get over here. It looks like our hobblars are having trouble. Yeah, they're having so much trouble they actually started running. So let's get our knights out of here because they're not winning that engagement. And let's bring our cavalry
Only intervention by the
over
Almighty
here.
or a military genius can bring us victory from this.
Okay. So, wasn't necessarily what I wanted to happen, but it'll be fine. If we can get their cavalry, then we'll be okay. You need to draw them in. Looks like they're gonna stand around that fence. So that's kind of annoying. But it is what it is. Okay, so our cavalry is starting to come back. Yeah. So Hobblears can go over here. Their knights are going down. Slowly, but they are going down. And then let's bring our guys up here. And let's bring our spearmen up here. Our guys just aren't doing amazing in the valley
Good
over here.
tidings.
Okay,
The enemy
good. The
general
general's
lies
dead.
dead. We've sent the base cur to hell.
Okay, good. So, general's dead. We haven't lost our general, so that's always good. And let's charge him. Now that he's dead, the rest of their army should fall apart pretty quickly. Yeah, they're starting to break. Good. And then their crossbowmen are there. So let's send our knights to get rid of their crossbows. Okay, so you guys, if you charge, Should
seems
be
to be
able to
swinging
break
in our favor. From such tidings does victory emerge.
Yeah, they're breaking. So it didn't go amazingly well, but it went about as well as it needed to go. And the rest of their units are over there, so they're not going to be able to do too much. But as soon as we get rid of their crossbows, then I mean, those are the deadliest units in the army, along with the knights. But the knights won't be able to hold up much longer. So the Hobblears got hit by. I wasn't paying attention to them, but that's fine. We don't really need the Hobblears anyway. And now we just bring. I think their missile units are dead, so we don't need to sacrifice our cavalry. So let's just bring our archers up, because they need experience anyway. So let's bring our archers up, and we'll start shooting everybody. Okay, go ahead and hit those knights. Yeah, they didn't even make it to our line before they started running off. And let's hit the pikemen. They don't have any shields, I don't think. Yeah, they don't, so they should die pretty quickly. And now that their general is dead, I don't think they'll hold up to combat for very long. Let's get our cavalry away from their pikes. Let's get our archers away. Actually, no. You two run over here, and the rest of you run up here. We'll use cavalry archer tactics without having cavalry archers, and the knights just aren't going to hold up at all. So you fire. Everybody shoots. And we'll fire into everything and just kill them. Or kill as many of them as we need to before they start breaking, which shouldn't take too much longer, I don't think. Yeah, they're breaking. Okay, good. So, go ahead and hit the armored sergeants. Cavalry stays away from their pikemen and spearmen, because they're pretty deadly for cavalry to deal with. And let's just bring everybody up here and start dealing with their pikemen. So go ahead and shoot them. Cavalry, back off a little bit, because you guys don't need to be fighting armored sergeants. Let's move up a little bit, and let's use the cavalry to draw their spearmen down this way.
The walls are no longer ours. The enemy have taken them.
It doesn't really matter that the walls aren't ours, because there's not going to be very many of them left in a little bit. So let's get these guys down here. And again, draw them over here. You guys can shoot down the pikemen. Where are the... Okay, there they are. Good. sergeants. And oh, they have knights coming up too. So let's go ahead and shoot them, actually. Because the knights are going to be more of a threat. Just because of their speed. But it doesn't matter how fast they are, they're dead. So, and now you guys are just going to keep their attention. And then you guys can actually kill them. Okay, good. They're breaking. Break that one. We can actually use the cavalry to run down the routing units, which these guys should break pretty soon. Pikemen are routing. These guys are just about done. They should start routing pretty soon. They're shaking.
Only half
Okay,
the enemy
good.
force
Now they're done.
remains.
And then you guys go in and chase down the pikemen. You guys chase down the armored sergeants. And you guys shoot down those armored sergeants. So you guys chase down those ones. And yeah, I'll just speed this up a little bit. It'd be nice if they actually ran them down instead of just escorting them up the battlefield. Because I do want to kill all these guys and not just... Okay. I don't know why they're doing that. But yeah, we'll bring our guys up. And okay. Get inside the city and start chasing them down. Start chasing them down. Preferably before they get into this city square. Okay. So now we have to actually... Okay. It's kind of annoying, but not the end of the world. So I think the crossbows can reach him. Okay. So, I mean, there's still a decent amount of pikemen left to where they'd kill off a cavalry unit if they had to. Let's start bringing our archers in. Oh, okay, we actually own the tower, or the gate. Cool. Good. So let's bring our guys in then. So, and now we can shoot him. Should be able to hit them. Yeah, the peasant archers can hit them, then the crossbowmen can hit them too, I think. But let's bring the crossbowmen up a little bit, so they can hit them a little bit better. Hit those armored sergeants, and finish them off. Those flash pikes and finish them off. Slow down a little bit so that if they start charging at us, I can maneuver. The armored sergeants. you gotta stand right about here. And just shoot wherever you want to, basically. I mean, we've already won this battle now, it's just doing the work to kill them all.
Onward!
We're gonna fire them all, whatever.
All of
Okay,
Christendom
good.
will be awed by the victory we have
Took a little
won.
more damage than I really wanted to, but we got it done. Okay. So there's Bruges under our control. That should make us a fair amount of money.
Victory! Victory!
Oh, yeah.
These people now kneel before us, my
Good,
lord.
good, good. We need to reinforce Edinburgh, but we don't really need to. You need to... We can recruit town militia. Let's get land clearance. And then... Okay, so
Yes.
you stand outside. We'll get... We're making 5 grand a turn, so we have enough to reinforce the region. So let's get...
My lord.
reinforce it with mercenaries.
As you wish. Command me, sire.
And
We're
you,
combining into a huge force, sire.
I think we're gonna need some more cavalry, I think. So, yeah, because we're gonna need to reinforce our cavalry units. So,
Sire.
let's start moving them back.
Sire. Yes, sire. March to
And
exhaustion,
then
sire.
we'll send,
Continuing like
we'll
command
give
me,
him
sire.
a few cavalry units
Yes.
next turn.
Merging armies, my lord.
And then we'll take on Antwerp, which is basically the same army, just less mailed knights. Looks like they got attacked by the Holy Roman Empire, but the Holy Roman Empire failed, which we won't. So, at London, we can get crop rotation. That would be good for population growth. And let's just see what happens. So far we're doing pretty good. We've consolidated England and Scotland.
Yes.
We just need to get
Marching, sire.
down to Ireland. We probably
go
could have moved
no
him last
further
turn, but
today.
I just didn't think to do it.
My lord.
Let's move him
As you
down here
wish.
and retrain our cavalry. The Hobilars have pretty much outlived their usefulness. I don't know why it's saying naval unit can't be disbanded because he's not a naval unit, but okay, whatever. So, okay, so yeah, we don't really need Hobilars anymore. We're just going to use knights from now on. So, Hobilars are decent in the early game, but they're not going to hold up to, yeah, they don't hold a candle to knights. So, let's get... Will a church help? Yeah, it helps out with population growth. So we'll get that. And then we'll get the town watch after that. I'm just trying to work on population growth right now. We need to get these settlements built up. Next turn we can build up Edinburgh. Actually, no. Let's do that this turn. yeah, let's build up Edinburgh, and then at York next turn we'll build the
An order.
we'll build the church. And so
Yes.
next turn we'll have
As
the
you command.
cavalry join up with Robert, and then we'll take Antwerp. So we've consolidated England and Scotland, and we've started securing. We basically secured northern France and modern day Belgium, or we're consolidating it because Antwerp. Wait, no, I think Antwerp is part of the Netherlands. So yeah, we've taken Bruges. So yeah, we've consolidated Belgium. I can't remember if Antwerp is part of Belgium nowadays or not. I'm horrible at geography, but so anyway, yeah, we've got basically Normandy, and yeah. So let's move on to the next turn. So the cavalry links up with Robert this turn, and then we push on towards Antwerp.
We come bearing word for you.
I'll trade with you, but I'm not going to pay you for it.
To
So
force a woman's hand like this is shame. Farewell, noble lord.
well, they took trade, so that's fine. Yeah, sure. We'll take a wife. That's fine. Okay, so now the cavalry can.
Sire. Orders.
So we'll take 4 and have them link up with Robert.
Marching, sir. Orders.
So
My
yeah.
lord. By your
There we go.
command.
And then
Joining
now
forces, my lord.
we'll start building the leather tanner so we can start getting more armor for our units.
Yes.
And then next turn he can go take Antwerp. This army can start marching into
Yes.
Ireland,
I've tried
and we can
whipping them,
take
sire,
Dublin.
but the men are spent.
And we can get another crossbow. We don't really need the Irish kerns. And York, we were gonna build a church, weren't we? Yeah. Carnarvon, we can build. Chapel would help out with public order, but that's. I don't know. Let's see. Why is London's public order bad? Okay, so it's squalor. So we just need to build London up. 2 more turns we can build London up, and then we can start working on getting that squalor taken care of. In the meantime, let's get... How many free units do we have in the garrison? 3. Okay. So let's get 2 spear militia. I mean, we're not going to be paying for them anyway, so... Free units are free units. And at Rennes, we can build roads. If we have to, we can reinforce it more quickly. So 20 turns in, we've consolidated England and northern France. It would have been nice to take out France, but the Pope kind of had a problem with that. So, and then eventually we will take out Milan, right? I mean, eventually we're going to take out everybody, but Milan can be an annoying faction, but they don't usually expand too much, so we should be able to take them out. We should be able to take them out pretty quickly. I mean, as long as we keep doing draws, we can take anybody out quickly, basically. Okay, so we're making about 3,200 per turn, just shy of it. So, we have to wait 1 more turn before we can build up London. So let's build port. Actually, no. Let's build. So there's unrest. Let's get a town hall. That'll help out with population growth and public order both. And then at Bruges, we can get town watch to protect the region for us.
Yes.
And let's start moving up to Antwerp. So let's move up to here.
As you command. We'll stop here.
Nottingham, we can build. Let's build roads so we can move troops between our regions faster. Build roads. Edinburgh already has roads built. Inverness, we haven't done anything with Inverness yet, have we? Yeah, so let's start building up Inverness a bit.
An order.
And then you can stand here.
Move.
And
An
you
order.
guys stand here.
Yes.
And
They'll wish they'd never been
go ahead
born,
and
sire.
besiege the settlement. If they attack
Besieging
next
the
turn,
cowards,
great.
my
If
liege.
not, then we'll just start from now.
Patiently awaiting
Or
to
we'll
breach
just
and
let them
butcher, sire.
attack us. Okay, so let's build the leather tanner just so our troops are a little bit better coming out of here, and then yeah, this gives them a little bit more armor. So they can stand up to a little bit more. Okay, public order is pretty good. Edinburgh is a little bit unhappy, but we'll fix that soon enough. And it's just squalor, I think. So let's see what France does. They haven't really been too aggressive, I don't think, anyway. They haven't done anything up here. So yeah, like we took Rennes before they could. We took Bruges before they could. They didn't take Antwerp either, so we're pretty much hemming them in, which is good, because the less settlements they have, the less they can really do. Okay, so let's see what they have. 2 peasant archers, 2 Irish kerns, those will go down pretty quickly. These guys will be somewhat annoying to deal with. Town militia, not a problem at all. So, yep, let's do it.
Show no mercy. Kill them all.
And then we'll take Ireland.
Units, await my orders.
So, let's get our guys set up. They'll start coming out to attack us, I think, which is kind of what we wanted to do, because I just don't like fighting inside settlements, if I can avoid it, which most of the time you can. Okay, so let's speed it
The
up
battle
and
seems to be
get
swinging in our favor. From such
our
tidings does
other
victory
generals
emerge.
over here. So okay, so I think those are the Irish kerns. Those are the town militia. Those are the peasant archers, so they, well, the Galliogoths are there too. Or however you pronounce that, I don't know. Those are the Irish kerns, Galliogoths. Peasant archers are right there. Okay. Okay, so archers need to die. you go ahead and let them take out the Galeogok. And the peasant archers shouldn't be too much of a problem. Yeah, the Galeogok's are already running away.
The battle is very much in our favor.
Okay.
If we remain true and steadfast,
Go ahead and hit
victory
the
will
Irish
be ours.
Kerns. Because they do armor piercing. Peasant archers don't, so I'm not too worried about those. And yeah, there's just nothing to really worry about here. I don't think. Unless we make a catastrophic mistake. Which I don't think is going to happen. I was really hoping it would be a better charge. Irish Kerns already running away. Good. Those ones are running away. Good. Those guys... This guy's doing alright fighting. But... they could be doing better. Need you guys to chase down... the archers. Just kind of ride them down. He's doing okay, good.
The enemy are badly bloodied. The enemy general flees like the coward he is. Press onward. Our men have captured the enemy general. Guard him well and make it so he can see us defeat the rest of his army.
Let's just start riding everybody down. And we got this. We just don't want them to get inside the town square, because then they get unlimited more. So, let's kill them before they get there. Yeah. And
The enemy
they're
army flees the
done for.
field. Pursue and run. All of Christendom
Okay.
will be awed by the
And we lost
victory
all
we have
25
won.
men and killed 1,000 of them, so this army is definitely becoming a lot more effective.
Such is the fate of all who oppose us. The settlement has fallen. Take the spoils of war.
Okay. So... Yeah, I'll take another general. We can start making him better with time. Okay, so...
Yes. Forming up into a force to be feared.
And we'll have to wait until he can build up the settlement
Command me,
before
sire.
we can have him
Yes.
link up with the army.
I've tried
but that's
whipping them,
fine.
sire, but the men are
So
spent.
York can build... Town Watch is fine. Nottingham can build... we don't really need crop rotation, so let's get... The Knights Stables is fine. Edinburgh can build... Council Chambers, that should help out with public order. Inverness is building already. Caen doesn't really need to build right now. Bruges is good. Okay.
An order.
So, let's sit you right here. And then you right here.
Yes, sire.
And we'll take this
Yes,
settlement
sire. Moving to crush the
too.
enemy.
We need to...
They're dead once we breach the walls,
I
sire.
don't think we need to build anything.
Patiently
Just in
awaiting to
case.
breach and
Okay.
butcher, sire. We shall
And
slaughter
then,
them, my
once we're
lord.
done with that, then we
Patiently
start going
awaiting
for
to
France.
breach and butcher, sire.
Now, does France have any allies? No, they don't. Okay. And how are they looking as far as the faction ranking? So, let's see. They're below us in overall ranking. Military ranking, they're below us, so armies are stronger. Production, we're ahead of them by a fair amount. Territories, they have 7, I think. So they've expanded a little bit. We have 10. Yeah. money-wise, we're basically dead even, but we're going way up and then spending all of our money, and then way up and then spending all of our money. So, but we're spending more on, like, they're steadily getting richer, but we're kind of getting richer faster and then going broke. Well, not broke, but yeah, spending money faster than they are. But as we conquer more settlements, we'll get more money. Population is about the same. We have a little bit higher. Looks like ours is about 20. We're about 27 or 28,000. Yeah, probably about 28,000. Theirs is probably around 26 or so. But the population, it's not hugely relevant in this. Like, you can't. Well, it is. But, yeah. Okay. So let's move on. And I think we'll go for a few more minutes and then we'll end the stream here. Or then we'll end the stream in about 10 minutes or so. And then we will... Okay, they want trade rights. So... we might trade with them just until we, build up Bruges and Antwerp a little bit, and then we betray them and kill them off. So, I mean, maybe. Yeah, sure. That way we can keep an eye on them too.
My people and I. Très bien, Seigneur.
Okay, good.
I hope I shall see.
So now we can see all their settlements. So we can see what they're up to. So we might actually move down south a little bit and take that rebel settlement, if it is rebel. So we'll move our diplomat down to that settlement and see who owns it, if anyone owns it. If they don't, then we'll go ahead and take it. Because if we can go ahead and isolate France from Spain and Portugal, then I think that would be best. Cavalry's not going to be much of a threat because we have the big cavalry superiority, and then we're superior in every way, so yeah. Yep, we'll be fine.
There'll be no escaping us now.
Basically, we'll fight this battle, and then I'll probably end the stream here, and I'll probably come back later on. I just have some stuff to do around the house, and then I'll probably come back in a few hours. Okay, this map's gonna be way better for us. Good. It looks like our reinforcements are coming from over there. So, let's link up with them. Yeah, our reinforcements are coming from back here.
For the moment, the fortune of battle goes our way.
Okay.
Let's pray it remains as such.
So, slow down a little bit. You guys can come over here. Our cavalry will come over and smash theirs. Theirs is a little bit faster, but we'll be fine.
Our men are winning the battle. If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy. By St. George, our men have slain the enemy general. Without him, his troops will lose their will to fight.
Let's go and cut him off, or try to cut him off. You guys will move. And then, okay, so the army's coming up. Good. So their crossbowmen are moving up.
The battle is
that's
very much
fine.
in our favor.
So-
If we remain true and steadfast, victory will be ours.
So, you guys move up here, and we'll start taking out their crossbows. Once their crossbows are gone, yeah, their armies, they're doomed either way. But without their crossbows, they're a little bit more doomed. So, let's start moving up here, and now their general's dead. They should be more susceptible to routing. Yeah. Yeah, no, they're gonna start breaking really easily. Yeah.
Our men are winning the battle. If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Okay, so you guys come up here, and I don't even think we need our missile units for this. We'll just do this with the cavalry. So the crossbows are doing their thing, but that's fine. We'll have you guys hit the pikemen from the rear. And from the side. And that should break them pretty. They're moving.
The enemy
Okay,
are badly
good. They're
bloodied.
done.
They have lost half their men.
So you guys come up and hit the Polish pikemen from the rear. The pikemen are going to fall apart. You go ahead and chase after this, please. And you guys go hit the pikemen from the rear. That was a crap charge. That was a really bad charge. That's fine. And we'll send our missile units up here, because it looks like they're not going to let us go inside the settlement. But, okay. Let's get you guys away. Okay, so you guys right here, you guys here, and you guys here. Okay, now they're actually running. Okay, so missile units move up, and we'll just kill them off this way.
Our men are winning the battle.
Okay,
If
good.
we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Back off a little bit, and now they're coming at us. Good. But now we'll be shooting. So let's get the cavalry away. Crossbowmen are running away. Pikemen aren't going to hold up much longer, especially with them getting shredded like that. Yeah. Okay. How about you guys run after them? Or not? What do I know? You guys are getting shot. Yeah, he's just gonna get shot. So, no point in sacrificing his life unnecessarily. Crossbowmen are coming out, but our archers will shoot them. Good.
Behold how our cowards cowardly foe runs, it's time to press the attack.
Let's bring our guys up. Actually, no. You guys chase after him. Get inside the settlement and kill them all. Okay. Now we're gonna get inside the settlement and kill them all.
All of Christendom will be awed by the victory we have won.
It was an annoying fight, but that's fine. The draws can be kind of annoying sometimes, but it's better than having to besiege it. Or having to assault the settlement.
Victory! Nothing
Okay.
can stop us,
Good.
sire.
Good money.
Another settlement falls before us. Victory!
And oh no, we didn't reinforce Edinburgh. That's fine. Doesn't matter. Okay. So let's repair the wall. And let's get land clearance. London, we can upgrade that. Good. We can recruit town militia to keep an eye on the settlement for us. And then we were going to have
Yes, my
you
lord. Yes, sire.
move down here.
Tomorrow's journey
to keep
planned
an
out,
eye
sire.
on the French. And okay, so I think we're going to yeah, we're going to end the stream here for right now, and we'll come back to it in a little bit. I just have to do some stuff around the house, and yeah, so yeah, we'll come back to this whenever I'm done with getting stuff done around the house. So alright guys, I want to thank everybody for showing up. Hopefully this stream went a little bit better than the one last night and the test one from this morning, or from this morning or this afternoon. I think it was this afternoon, but hopefully it went a little bit better. If there's anything that you guys think I can work on, or like if the audio quality is bad, I know I'm not extremely talkative, but I'm working on that. If I'm a little bit quiet, let me know, and because I can always turn the mic up if I have to. So yeah, let me know. I'm not necessarily a really loud person necessarily, well, most of the time. I'm generally pretty soft-spoken, but yeah, if there's anything that you guys think I can work on, by all means let me know. Look for feedback so I can make these streams the best that they can be. I mean, I want to entertain you guys, and in addition to, you know, playing the game. I mean, I'm doing this for, you know, like I said, I'm doing this to entertain you guys. So alright, I will see you guys later on. Alright, take it easy guys.